We are so proud to present to you the new MISC Starlancer TAC, the badass version of the chubbier Max ship. It is heavily armed and it also has a size 5 toilet to deal with the toughest of the situation. But one of the most important features of this ship is, of course, the rear ramp. We've also added two over-the-top subwoofer capable of tearing down a whole Polaris just with the sheer sound of its bass. Another cool thing is the turrets. We basically took the front of a prospector, sliced it off, added a pair of doomsday laser, and that's it. While developing the Starlancer TAC, we wanted to celebrate MISC roundiness in design. So in the Starlancer Max, you won't find a single corner, not one. Nothing says powerful and aggressive like soft, round, pudgy lines, right? One of the hardest parts in the development of this ship was coming to an agreement for the name. Since it is a warship, we initially thought about misfire. Then we also thought about the incredible thrills that you can live in the ship, and so we came out with the misadventure. Or since we thought that this would become a benchmark for future MISC ship, we thought about the name misleading, but nothing. We ended up with Starlancer. Did I mention that it has a rear ramp? Another very important feature of this ship, of course, is the hangar. In the hangar, you can fit a small table with 2 chairs, 3 if you use very tiny stools. But when you open the roof, man, the picnic are badass from there. To make room for the hangar, we had to get rid of those debauched twin beds of the Max, and we put 146 bunk beds just near the livable area. Although, since there's going to be just one bathroom for the whole ship, that's not going to be livable at all. We also added a room with 7 or 8 phone booths, just because we felt about it, and a small home theater with seats with built-in Dolby surround. And then, because we are getting so good at those, we added another ramp. Living with about 450 people on board with just one bathroom forced the designers to install also a medical bay on board. We tried to make it as much like a morgue as possible, so people would think twice before getting themselves into troubles and end here. But the part of the ship we are most proud of is, of course, the turret access room. I'm not completely sure about the why, but we decided to put here a small wine cellar with 84 barrels of fine Tuscany wine. And then there is the turret mechanism itself. It's so much fun. It's like riding on a roller coaster. You sit yourself, the roll bar comes down, and the fun begins. It takes around 7 to 9 minutes from the moment you sit down to the moment you're able to shoot. Man, what an adrenaline rush. In short, we created this new jewel of a MISC ship for the bad boys, but with a heart of gold. For those who want to be a little naughty, but without the stigma of flying a Drake. For those who want to misbehave a little. Misbehave! Now that would have been a great name for crying out loud. Starlancer. But man, what an adrenaline. But man, what an adrenaline What an adrenaline. But man, what an adrenaline. If I managed to say that correctly, you have to sign in to appreciate the effort. Adrenaline rush. But man, what a